My powers have doubled.
Do it.
Take a seat.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Alrighty, so today's video is going to be some Episode 9 theory and talk. Now, while many can attest to her being a Mary Sue, I think if this reality turns out, then it's going to make Rey really cool and make a lot of sense. We've all wondered who Rey is, and the lack of backstory on her character in Episode 8 led us to believe that she's just what Kylo tells her, a nobody. Her parents were drunks and drunk traders. Here's why I think this is a complete lie. First off, JJ wrote Rey's character and had a plan for her, just as we know Adam Driver said that he's known where his character ends up from the very beginning, and has tailored his acting to bring that character arc to its end. Daisy Ridley would surely be doing the same for hers. Now, while I understand that Disney wants the Force to work in a new way where everyone can be a Jedi if they just think hard on it, I have to say that's just not how the Force works, and the writers know that for over 40 years, that's just not how it's been. Here's what I'm thinking. There's way more to Rey than what we've seen or been told. Just like Luke was told by Obi-Wan that his father died, which was clearly a lie, Kylo tells Rey her parents are nobody special. That's another lie. What I find to be the most curious here, and is the premise of this video, is that when Rey had the flashback vision, once the Skywalker saber called to her, it was Obi-Wan's voice that was specifically speaking to her at the very end. They had Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness lines put together and edited to echo to her. Rey, these are your first steps. Why would Obi-Wan be the only character in that Force vision to speak directly to her? Just to segue a little bit, here's another theory that I want to throw in there. That lightsaber, that we all believe is Anakin's, was only in his possession for about 3 years. He made it after he lost the one in Episode 2, and used that one until the Mustafar battle. It was in Obi-Wan's possession for over 19 years. That makes the saber very much akin to Obi-Wan as well, considering he literally remade it and tinkered with it for almost 7 times the time that Anakin had it in his possession. That's why I think the lightsaber called to Rey. So since Obi-Wan called to her in the vision, and that's a fact, then let's try to figure out why he would be speaking to her. I mean, we also hear Yoda's voice, but it's not directly to her, just an echo like all the other voices. I think Kenobi speaks to Rey because of parallels. The sequel trilogy is all about them. Kylo is evil, yet feels the inevitable pull to the light, whereas Anakin was pure, yet felt the inevitable pull to the dark. Who was Anakin's rival in the end? It was Obi-Wan. He struck Anakin down. That's why I think some major character arc will take place in Episode 9, where Kylo and Rey either team up and one of them will die, righting the wrongs of the past where student and mentor separated ways to kill each other. If I'm to guess, I'd say Rey dies to save Kylo, and that turns him to the light. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of passionate people that are going to say that there's no way Disney will turn Rey to the dark or kill her off or something like that. While you may most likely be right, it still is a possibility, and I think it would be a cool one. That's a whole theory video on itself, so I won't go into detail here or derail it, but I really hope that there's a reason that Obi-Wan called to Rey specifically. That whole battle at the end was just a mirrored future version of the Mustafar battle, only this time, it was the opposite climate of fire and lava. It was ice and snow. Where she paces back and forth, that's just what Anakin did to Obi-Wan, but now reversed as she's a female and he's male. He was fighting as the bad guy, where she's fighting as the good girl. This really isn't a far stretch considering that The Force Awakens was kind of a reverb of Episode 4, 5, and 6 put into one movie. Still, the question remains, regardless of origin or anything else, why does Obi-Wan call to Rey? She could have been a descendant, perhaps, and I guess we're gonna have to wait 11 months to find out. Now, before I close this video, I want to say someone else spoke to Luke in The Last Jedi when he died. Now, if you didn't know this, you would only know it from the book, where he looks off into the twin suns on Ahch-To, and someone says, "Let go, Luke." So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Rey is a descendant of Kenobi, or is there another reason that Obi-Wan is speaking to her? This is all just a theory. So I will see you guys in the next episode, and until then, remember,
The Force will be with you always.
Fulfill your destiny.